Imagine, if you will, two babies born at the very same moment. They are identical twins sharing a remarkable likeness right down to the whorls of their tiny fingerprints. Now picture them raised in entirely different homes, one in a bustling city, the other in the quiet countryside. Years later they meet and find uncanny similarities. They also find profound differences from separate journeys. This thought experiment is the heart of countless studies. It leads to a central question. What shapes who we are? Instructions in our cells, or the sum of our experiences? This is the debate of nature versus nurture. Nature refers to what we inherit, the genetic blueprint from our parents, a biological legacy across generations. Genes are microscopic instructions inside nearly every cell. They help determine our eye color, our potential height, the texture of our hair, and give a starting point for temperament, intellect, and health. Let us take a closer look at the first partner in this dance, our genes. Think of your genetic code as an incredibly detailed instruction manual for building and running a human body. This manual is written in a language of just 4 letters. If you were to print it all out, it would fill thousands of books. These instructions, or genes, tell your body how to create proteins, the fundamental building blocks of life. They construct your organs, your muscles, and the intricate network of your brain. Many obvious physical traits are guided by this blueprint. The specific shade of your eyes, whether your hair is curly or straight, even your natural blood type, genetics in action. But our genes also contribute to psychological traits. Studies with large groups show this clearly. A substantial portion of IQ variation can be attributed to genetic factors. This does not mean there is a single genius gene. Rather, many genes together influence brain development and efficiency. Core aspects of our personality have a strong genetic component: introverted or extroverted, agreeable or more questioning. Health, too, reflects our blueprint: heart disease, type 2 diabetes, certain cancers. Predisposition is not destiny. It tilts the odds, offering a range of potential outcomes. Now, let us turn to the second great force: nurture, the environment. Our world begins to shape us even before our first breath. The womb environment, health, and stress can have lasting impact. From birth, home life becomes a primary shaper of our being. Family gives far more than food and shelter. It is where we first learn language, absorb social rules, and form our earliest emotional bonds. Love, support, and stimulation build a foundation for learning and well-being. Stress or neglect creates significant developmental hurdles. As we grow, our world expands. School becomes hugely important. It is where minds are formally trained, where new ideas are introduced, and where we learn to navigate complex social structures. A good teacher can ignite a lifelong passion. Friends introduce perspectives, provide support, and help us figure out who we are. Peers shape tastes, ambitions, and even our appetite for risk. Culture is the invisible water we swim in. Beliefs, customs, values, everyday behaviors. Some cultures encourage boisterous feeling. Others value quiet reserve, shaping behavior and self. Specific life events, love, achievement, kindness, trauma, loss, leave lasting marks on personality, outlook, and even physical health. For a long time, it was framed as a battle: nature versus nurture. Modern science shows this is the wrong way to see it. The reality is collaborative. Genes and environment are partners in an intricate dance, two master weavers intertwining threads to create a human life. The question is how they work together. A calm temperament can elicit more positive attention, reinforcing calm, a feedback loop. High energy thrives with space and sport, building coordination, teamwork, and confidence. In restrictive settings, the same trait can be seen as a problem. Modern psychology recognizes genes and world as nearly inseparable. A predisposition for anxiety may only express after significant stress. Without the trigger, it may remain dormant. Our genetic leanings can steer the environments we choose. Our nature helps shape our nurture. Section 5. The light switch of life. A simple look at epigenetics. Perhaps the most exciting discovery here is epigenetics. The word may sound daunting, but the idea is straightforward and revolutionary. Think of DNA as hardware and epigenetics as software. It does not change the hardware, but tells it which programs to run and when. Biologically, it involves chemical markers attaching to our DNA, acting like volume dials and light switches. They can turn genes up, down, or off without altering the code. Our environment and experiences flip these switches. A healthy diet can switch on protective genes, while chronic stress or toxins can activate risky ones. This begins very early, even in the womb, and early caregiving can set long-term responses through epigenetic change. To truly grasp the interplay of nature and nurture, scientists study twins. Identical twins share virtually 100% of their genes. Fraternal twins share about 50%. Comparing twins, especially those raised apart, helps tease genes from experience. The Jim twins, separated at birth, reunited at 39, revealed striking similarities, offering vivid evidence for genetics. The Minnesota twins study found identical twins raised apart often remarkably similar, with substantial genetic links to IQ and personality. Yet nurture mattered. Similar, not identical. Genetic cognitive potential needs nutrition, books, support, and teaching to flourish. Personality tendencies, shy or bold, are shaped by the world's response. We change through life. Neuroplastic brains, therapy, mindfulness, movement, nurture and action reshape outcomes. Lifestyle speaks to genes, agency over which are active and which are silenced. The age-old nature versus nurture is a false choice. It is always nature and nurture in partnership. Genes provide the initial sketch. Your life, family, friendships, joys, sorrows, choices paints the portrait. You are shaped by both your nature and your nurture, and in that combination lies your unique power.